Hey guys, and welcome to my guide video about 36 challenges, because I just got done doing all of them as fast as I possibly could. I got them done in less than a week, which is the fastest I've ever done them. Like, usually takes me 2 weeks. You can see my time played is 2 days, 22 hours, with some AFK time. For one, let's just see, 92 deaths, because I'm on a glass cannon, but yeah. I got 36 of 40. I'm not going for more because I don't really like the rig mechanic and the rest are too grindy, but yeah, this is the armor set you get, Watcher's Wrath set, so I'm just gonna show it off, because why not? Yeah, before I start, just real quick, I'm gonna put some links in the description if you feel like supporting me, if you feel like subbing or liking or following my Twitch or anything, it's all appreciated. There's also a small tip jar link if you feel like donating. Completely optional, but always appreciated, because it's gonna go to stuff like buying better equipment, buying a new microphone, stuff like that. Because I plan on never putting ads on any of my YouTube videos. I want them all to be ad-free. With that out of the way, let's just get right into the challenges. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly go through all of them. I'm gonna tell you which ones I skipped and which ones I think you should skip depending on your build. So, yeah. As you can see, I've also done all my Atlas progression, everything. So, yeah, once I'm done with these challenges, now I can actually level a new build and have fun. Yeah. Without further ado, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to mention. It's just, yeah. Let's begin. Let's start. Yeah, I'm gonna skip some more obvious ones that just complete themselves, so yeah, like beginner's basics, passive, alteration orb, equip a fast bench, yeah, it's whatever. Do stuff with mercenaries, take an item, higher exile, yep, easy. Life for mana flasking campaign, I usually upgrade my flasks by vendoring 3 of the same life for mana one to get one higher tier. If you do that, you get that without trying. Boots with movement speed recipe is pair of white boots, a quicksilver and an augment. You get boots with move speed. Insane. Uh, any ring or amulet. Right. This one you can actually get at the same time as the second vendor SP challenge, which is item with influence. What you do is you buy an influenced amulet, non-corrupted I think it has to be. Like this onyx here. You buy one red gem from Lily, one green gem, one blue gem, doesn't matter what they are, I've just bought one for wisdom scrolls. Vendor them with the amulet, you get another onyx amulet back. And when you vendor it like that, you should get item with influence complete, as well as a ring or amulet at the same time. So yeah, that's really easy to do. Ignore these items, those are for later. Orb of Chance. Vendor 2 rares with the same name. I got this randomly by just luckily vendoring different rares with the same randomized name, but the best way to get this is either an Arch Nemesis monster dropping mirrored items, or a strongbox having contains mirrored items, and just pick up 2 of the rares the strongbox drops, vendor them while identified, and that'll be complete. So that's vendor SPs 1. Act bosses, that's self-explanatory. Do side quests in the campaign. This used to be bugged, but I think they fixed it. The Dweller of the Deep used to get completed by doing the Fatigued Pool quest. So yeah, I did that one and got it. It's probably fixed now, but if it's still bugged for you and you did Dweller of the Deep, but this isn't completed, just go do Fatigued Pool and every other side quest in the campaign, and you should get this challenge. But if you start playing later, this should work properly with all the quest names being accurate. Anyway, mercenary stuff. Car mercenaries 5, yep, just do more stuff with them. Exile 5 times. I just clicked it 5 times, then I stopped clicking it because I just had no reason to exile them more. It's easy. Take 5 items, easy, and take a unique. I got a tabula during campaign from a mercenary, so I got that way, but they have uniques pretty often. Act bosses, yep. Get all your pantheons, that's just do all your skill point side quests, that you're gonna get that anyways, without even trying. This is super easy, as you can see. I got almost all of them, even though you only need 3 objectives. Just do stuff in your Atlas, do mechanics, like essences is super easy to get, strong boxes, easy. Shrines, you get like half of this just during the campaign if you click every shrine you see. Harbingers I just don't do. possessed monsters, exiles, rare beyond monsters also count when you do like the Crimson Iron Ore deposits from Settlers, because those spawn beyond monsters, and also the Orichalcum deposits spawn beyond monsters. So I got this without even trying because I killed so many ore deposits. So that was nice. Mighty Mechanics. This one's a bit more specific, that's why I have exactly 5. So do 5 of these League Mechanic things. My advice is just do your favorite one. The ones I did are Expeditions, because I like doing it. Harvest, by just leaving Harvest unblocked on my skill tree and doing it whenever I see it. I didn't really spec into it, but I still did all the plots, so that's done. Smuggler Caches, super easy, just click them whenever you see them in the map. Mirrors of Delirium, same thing as Harvest. I left the Delirium unblocked, and then just passed through the mirror, clicked the arrow to skip the encounter, and when I got to 30, and this also counts in campaign, when I got to 30, I just blocked Delirium after that, and yeah, the final one I did was Ore Deposits, because I'm never blocking ores, because I like Settlers, and I have those shipments, which are really fun. But yeah, you can just do your favorite League mechanic. If you like farming Breach, Abyss, Legion, Ultimatum, I have like 43 waves, or Blight or Ritual, do some of those. Just do any combination of 5 of whatever you like. Whatever's fun the most for you out of these, yeah. Pretty easy. Familiar friends, missions. Again, this is like the same as last league. Do 30 of these missions for 2 guys in red tier or higher maps, or purple, like T17. The ones I did were Nico and Einhar, because I think they're the easiest and take the least of time. Alva, you have to like micromanage making temples and spec into her if you want money from the temples. June, Betrayal is just cringe. I don't want to touch it. I don't have to anymore, so that's nice. So what I did is, actually, what I recommend doing, while you're farming familiar friends, I'll come back to this, but you should do a different challenge together with this one at the same time. But what I did was, I bought 30 times Nico Scarab and Einhar Scarab, like the basic one. Yeah, Sulfite Scarab, 30 of these, and 30 Einhar Scarabs. I didn't spec into anything on the Atlas for them, I just ran their missions and the maps I was spamming for a different challenge, which I'll get to later, and yeah. That's how I got this one. It just has to be the 11 plus maps. Whoa. Excuse me. Yeah, that's it. I mean, if you like June or Alva, you can do those instead. It's up to you. But it's pretty easy. 200 rares or uniques. Why you have an active mercenary in 75 or higher area? So that's like mid-yellow map tier, I think. Yeah, I always had my guy with me. At first I had a level 68 melee mercenary when I got to maps. He was pretty tanky. He never died until later red maps. I had him with me for Quant, and I got this challenge even before I was done with progressing my Atlas. Like, I didn't have every map complete yet, and this completed itself. You just get so many rares and maps. Don't even think about this one. This is just, yeah, easy. Defeat Uber Ziri. Just kill her on a build. She's annoying with her reflect bullshit, but if you can be reflect immune, or you're some kind of totem build like me, or a minion build where minions can be reflect immune, then yeah, just kill Uber Ziri once. You need to Maven her anyway for the Fjord if you want your skill point and favorite map slot, so you're gonna do this anyways if you're doing everything on your Atlas. Unlock recipes for maps, pretty self-explanatory. Kirak stuff, right. Defeat the Breach Lord. You can easily get this from Otherworldly Scouting Report. How much is it now? 8 chaos. Okay, it's gone up a bit. I think it was cheaper when I bought it, but you can buy this one on Fastest, or you can take this node here. Chance for Scouting Reports to drop is Blighted, Delirious, and Otherworldly, and when you get one, you just reroll his missions, and one of his red ones will be a Breach Stone. So just run that Breach Stone, and this will be complete. Unique Strongbox. Kirak's missions can just randomly have open the unique Strongbox, so just mouse over them and check all of them and see if he has it. I did this one pretty early, I think, in a white mission, because... yeah, there it is. Open the unique Strongbox. I even have one here. Yeah, you just open it, go, open the Strongbox, and then kill the map boss, I think, and that's what gives you the completion from completing the map itself. The other 3 Guardian maps. Just get an Elder Guardian, no, that's Siros, that's a Conqueror. Elder Guardian and Shaper Guardian on Kirak's missions. Open the map, kill it. Yep. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the final one can be one of the Atlas memories, or open all the strong boxes, which is like... but no, this is also Atlas memory. This is the Alva like chained, connected, strong, cascading strongbox is bullshit. Where you like click one and all three open in a, what do you call it? In a pattern, in a row, in a sequence. That's what you call it. But yeah, one of his missions, when you're rerolling with your scouting reports, will have like an enchant on it. Let me just see if I can find one. Nope. But yeah, it's just gonna have the blue text, it's like an enchantment on it, and it's gonna say one of these things like, oh, contains Harbingers, Pantheon Shrines. The contains Harvest with Heretier Seeds one isn't on this challenge, so don't bother doing that, or complete the inverse Temple Incursions, where mobs spawn out of the portal instead of you going in. Just do one of those. As you can see, I got two, and yeah, that challenge is done. It's pretty simple. Just keep re-rolling his missions while you're wasting all your scouting reports looking for good maps or unique maps or guardian maps, and eventually you'll see an enchanted red map with a special memory mission on him. So yeah, that's pretty simple. Unreal Undertakings, actually pretty easy. So do these things while there is level 81 or higher, so T14 plus. Bridgestones, you already got 1 of 5 by doing the Kirak mission. Then you just do your 4 other Bridgestones for the Breach Lord Invitation, plus Chayula for Fear, that's 5. This will complete itself, basically. So then you need 3 other ones. Abyssal Depth, I think, is bullshit. I tried farming it before, it didn't work even when I was spec'd into it with Scarabs and everything. So I skipped that. Logbooks with 10 remnants is super easy. Just get some high tier logbooks. You can either buy them or run expedition and spec into it and get them. As you can see, I have some left over. I did that. G4 Harvest Seeds is also easy because you can get this scarab. It's expensive, kind of. It's 33 chaos, but it guarantees T4 seeds of each type if possible. So if you have a lot of different colored crops in your map, with the Scarab, you might get 3 bosses, and even if you only get 2, at most you will need to use 3 Scarabs to get this challenge. And I recommend specing into Chance to Conditional Harvest, and Chance for Unchosen Crop Not Wilt. If you get 2 bosses on a single place, then you could get both of these procs, and then run maps with that Scarab, high tier maps, like T16s, but run them white if you think the bosses are too hard, and yeah, you get that. They're still a bit buggy with how they phase, but hopefully they fix them soon, the Harvest bosses. And then the final one I did was Legion 4 ways with 25 rewards. This was pretty easy even on my build with like just freezing pulse. I'm not that fast, as you can see, but I still killed stuff fast enough, went to the center reset and just killed the bosses again and again. The first time I opened the 4-way though, the game crashed when I started the encounter by standing in the middle. I don't know why the game crashed, but after that it didn't crash, so who knows. You could also do Blueprints if you like doing heist, you could do Simulacrum if you think that's fun, you could do Terramaster only 3 times. Blighted or Blight Ravaged maps, only 5, this is also pretty easy if you're into Blight, and you can easily AFK them. All rituals, this is like 30, this is only if you really like farming rituals super hard, but yeah, this will take a long time, I think. Like, if you have 4 rituals per map, no, that won't even count, it's like, this is 30 maps. And then set the boss is 3 if you're putting your map runners or ships on stuff all day, you'll get a few bosses, probably. But yeah, these are the ones I got. I think those are the easiest and fastest ones. Oh boy, this one, Signature Specialisations. Let's get into infamous mercenaries and how the fuck they work and what the best way to farm them is. Yeah. You know what, I'm gonna bunch this one together with this one, even though it's later down the list. Because you're gonna need to do both of these at the same time, pretty much. Or you do this one first and then go for infamous guys, but basically, when you click a mercenary in a map, to see his loot and stuff. Up here somewhere on the top left, there's gonna be like some glowy particle things, like an icon you can click. It's like these golden things that look like gold, and it's gonna say what your renown is. If it says tremendously renowned, something mercenaries will appear more often, whatever the description is, then you're at max renown. So you don't have to worry about fighting any more of them. So then kill the current guy that you just checked the renown on. And then after that, you're at max renown, right? So there's no reason to ever click on a non-infamous mercenary, on a normal one. If you see a mercenary in a map, and it's just Sanguimancer, Bladecaster, those guys, but without infamous in front of the name, do not click them. Just don't even bother checking them. The rewards are shit anyway. I wanna get augmentations and transmutes and shit. And to do this challenge fast, you're gonna need to just skip all of the ones and only take infamous ones. And the best way I found is to just spam your tier 11 plus maps, because this says infamous one level 78, so red tier maps. So what I did was I took all my tier 11 maps and I just ran them and rushed through them. And yeah, like, you just go in, check for the mercenary. If he's not infamous, go out. Keep repeating that until you find an infamous one. I was also like having a friend invite me if he found an infamous one, so that's how I got it in one day. This challenge, it could take you a while, it's just RNG bullshit. And then tier 12, same deal, just random rush around and look for the guy. Tier 13s, you can horizon all of them into beach, because that's a nice map to rush to look for the mercenary in. And then just keep going up and spam all your maps. I was spamming destructive play at the same time as doing this in T14 plus maps, so that was nice. And yeah, that's the infamous thing. But also, when you find, yeah, that was the infamous challenge. Just find 15 of them. That's how I did it. Just spamming 11 plus maps while at max renown, skipping the normal ones and clicking on infamous ones. You could say I have a hard infamous sniper and infamous storming zealot guy. This challenge, when you see an infamous mercenary, one of the rare items will have like a special mod on them that's like the suffix is of infamy and the prefix is called just infamous. So when you find the mercenary with that, just take the item. And yeah, I took body armor, weapon, gloves, helmet, amulet, and just, yeah, click take item, click on the gear, and then kill him. And I don't know what they did in the recent patch with mercenaries, but they still feel like they one-shot me even in high-tier maps. Like, the way I kill them is I hide behind the wall or behind some terrain on the map, I take advantage of that. Or behind the bookshelf, just anything. And or maybe in a map like the Felt Cathedral, just hide in some little corner tucked away somewhere so they can't see you. And just let my totems kill them and fight them, because they one-shot me. That's the only way I've found of reliably killing them. Just hide and abuse the terrain in the game itself, because they're just not balanced or not tested at all. But yeah, you get this one fairly easily, just 5 different items. It wasn't that bad, I got this before the infamous Mercenaries one. Yeah, but that's those two challenges. Do all your labyrinths, that's simple enough. Divine challenge, divination card challenge, just open 50 stack decks. You'll get those from mercenaries in the campaign or from other content. If you want, you can buy them and just open them. Scry map, find them this year somewhere and just move your div cards onto a different map. And then a set that rewards a 2 implicit item. There's a few sets that reward it. Yeah, like Kills Prophecy. That's way too many cards. Gift of Asenath, I guess. I think I got this card, the Enthusiast. Only 3 cards for Victorious Influence. Double implicit. Yeah, just do one of those cards and that's that challenge. Fairly simple. It's just annoying to buy these cards on trade, but it is what it is. Vendor SP2. Right. Orb of Fusing. Vendor 96 link. That's it. Exalted Shard. A full set of influenced items. I think they have to be unidentified, but maybe that only just adds +2 shards, and maybe they can be identified and it's just 2 Exalted Shards instead of 4, but like, I just did a full set of Shaper items, you can also do a full set of Elder items. I think those are the only 2 that work out of all the influences. So full set is a weapon, I did a 2-handed weapon, like a bow or a staff. And then helmet, chest, gloves, boots, a belt, 2 rings, and an amulet. All with the same influence. Vendor them and you get Exalted Shards. Okay, unique item. How did I get this one? I don't remember exactly what I vendored. But what did I vendor for unique? Alright, rerolling your thing. Right, because you can vendor the same 3 unique rings. I just reroll my Venter's Gambles when I find 3 shitty ones. Yeah, I got it with doing this. Just vendor 3 of the same ring, unique ring, and you get it back as random rerolled stats. Unique item. That's that. Or you could also vendor the 3 Agnorod staves for the Vingtar Square map, but you don't even need that map this league for a challenge, so no real need to do that. This is way easier with the rings. And then item with influence you already got by vendoring that amulet with red, green, blue gem. That's that. Settler's challenge is actually fairly easy. Disenchant uniques. As soon as you get to T16s, just stuff all your uniques into the disenchanters, into what's his face, Rog, or whoever. And yeah, just have rank 5, rank 4 disenchanters. It still takes like 3 hours or 6 hours for a full inventory, but it is what it is. Eventually you'll get 30 uniques. I got it while I was still just doing Atlas progression and other bullshit, other challenges. 150k gold in King's March, that's just gonna happen by adding your gold to it from mapping. Easy. Yeah, as you can see, I didn't do Atlas Runners or Port Quotas, because Port Quotas would take you a long time, and that's just not worth it. 5,000 blue Xanthemum in your stockpile at once, just get all your farmers to make this. Get like tier 2 or 3 farmers, and eventually you get 5k of this, then you can stop them, like remove them, or just make the farm have none on the crops, so they don't waste your gold. Then 2.5k Verisium bars, just don't use the Verisium for shipments, save it up when you find it in a map, and eventually you'll get this much. You can also spec into higher chance to find Verisium. This node, then you can just force ore deposits by crafting settlers on the map device and using this scarab 2 times, additional ore deposit, and yeah, that's what I did for the final 500 Verisium that I needed, and eventually you'll get it. As you can see, I used mine up on a shipment, I have 400 now. Pretty easy challenge, and that's the only settlers related challenge that you need to do, really. Oh boy, this one. Pretty easy if you know how to do it. Okay, so what I did it on the Storming Zealot guy, with his favorite weapon being Scepter? Staff? Something like that? Wait, did I do it? Did I do it on him? No, I did it on a different guy, but he was still strength int. His favorite weapon was Scepters. And basically what I did... Where are they? There. Okay, so... First of all, you look at your mercenary's stats, like what attributes he has, and then you get a full set with those attribute requirements. So, my guy was strength int, so I just got int requirement stuff or strength requirement stuff, or a hybrid of those. And as you can see, first I looked through my unique tab, and I found uniques that he can wear, so he could wear a wand and a shield, because he was a caster guy, 2 rings, an amulet, and belt anyone can wear, and I just corrupted all of them. Blightwave is already a corrupted talisman, so that's a nice little life hack, I guess, if you don't want to corrupt an amulet, a unique one. Yeah, all these are corrupted. When you equip all these on your mercenary, you'll get corrupted and unique at the same time completed, and then you can just remove the items from that mercenary and leave him naked. And then get another set, which is just influenced items. They can be any influence except Eldritch. Because for some reason using Eldritch currency on items doesn't make them count as influenced, even though it's an influence. I don't know why. But they have to be Shaper Elder or the Four Conquerors. Any mix of them. Again, items that your mercenary can wear. Make sure their attribute requirements match your mercenary's attributes. So these are strength int. And yeah, just same stuff. I equipped them all to him. He got influenced. That's 3 out of 5. And then fractured and crafted I got at the same time. I went on the trade site, I looked for fractured items with the right stat requirements, and then I used the crafting bench on them to just put one shitty mod on them. I equipped all of them, and both of these completed, and that's that challenge. It's pretty easy, if you know how to get the sets that you need for your mercenary. And you can complete multiple at the same time by having corrupted uniques and crafted fractures, so yeah. You can also just do the crafts on the influenced items, it doesn't matter where they are. 40 unique maps. You do 15 anyway for your Atlas. You do 4 more for the Memory Invitation, plus Cortex for the Feared. So that's already at least 20 of 40 complete by itself, but doing your Atlas progression. And these Memory Synthesis maps count for this challenge, so if you're just doing rotations of these to kill the bosses for fragments and stuff, for Maven invitations, then you'll get this eventually, or you could just do quick unique maps where you can rush to the boss, or Vaults of Aziri where you can run to the end and click the chest. Whatever, that's up to you. Or just do Kirak unique map missions. Yeah, I got this pretty easily by just spamming unique maps, like doing 2 rotations of the synthesis maps and some Kirak maps and my other random unique maps I had. So yeah, pretty simple one, pretty easy to do. Sanctified Scarabs. This is way better than the other Scarab challenges in previous leagues. You don't need to use like hundreds of Scarabs or something. You just need to use a type of Scarab, not even a specific one, just type of Scarab. So yeah, for league mechanics or the Misk ones, where are they? Yeah, Horned and Misk as well. So you need to use them in a T14 map, at least T14 and 80 quant. So while you're farming just random maps, while you're farming maybe Guardian maps, just slap in a few Scarabs. Even if the league mechanics are blocked on your Atlas, you can just use random shitty Scarabs if you don't care about the mechanic. Like, if you just use, for example, what is June there? If you just use like this one or this one for June, and don't have Betrayal in your map and you kill the map boss, it still counts for the challenge. You don't need to actually do the league mechanics. You could just put in the Scarabs and go to the map boss, rush to the... kill it, and yeah, it's gonna complete. So yeah, pretty easy. Just use a bunch of different Scarabs. Gem challenge. Corrupt the gem to be 21 or 23. You'll get this by just trying to get your main skill gem or corrupting your other stuff or support gems. Use a Faster's Lens to add experience to a gem. Just buy one or run lab and sacrifice a gem for one and then use it on gem. Have a socketed skill gem reach level 30 or 53 quality or higher. I probably would be able to get my gem to 30 if I got all my gear, but I'm too lazy, so... But no, 27 I think is the most I can get, but anyway, it's easy to get 53 quality. All you need is a skill gem that you can equip. I have this 23 Enfeeble here, it's only 58 int because it's level 1. Then you buy a replica Void Eye ring. Here's the normal Void Eye. You buy a replica Void Eye, which adds 30 quality to socketed gems. You socket it in the ring and you equip it, and that's that challenge completed. It's that easy. Yeah, 300 quality on all gems, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. You'd need like Ashes of the Stars and other stuff to get this, and enhances. This is way easier with Replica Void Eye. That's that. Okay, Cross Contamination. This is actually pretty fun and easy, this league. I think it's the easiest it's been in any league ever. Like, no need to worry about buying carries for this one or anything. I got like 3 of them complete in a single map. It also doesn't specify area level, so you can do all of these in a tier 1 white map. And you should, because why not make it as easy as possible? So, first let's do get to the one where I think is a bit more RNG, but also there's a certain way to get it guaranteed. Blight boss were affected by a shrine. So, there is a Blight Scarab that adds a boss. Yeah. Whoa. Blooming. 18 chaos. Up to 3 additional unique bosses, blighted maps, blight average, yeah. So just do this Scarab on like a white T16 with Cassia, with a normal blight Scarab, or just craft blight on your map device, and then just also have some Shrine Scarabs. I recommend a small map, like maybe Glacier or Iceberg. Or Iceberg. Yeah. One of those small maps, because then Cassia will be near some shrine. You can also get shrine duration nodes on the skill tree. This is additional shrine. No, yeah, this. Yeah, duration of shrine effects. These 3 nodes give you 75%, so they'll last way longer. And then just start the Blight and kill the Blight boss in it. You can do Scout Towers with enchants on your rings for range and damage, and those just AFK the whole Blight. It's pretty easy. And then the other 3 I did in a singular map. So, what you need is... with this one, so you need the 5-slot map device, which you unlock from the Maven 10 boss invitation, so You don't need to do T17 for this. So yeah, with these 4 scarabs, you open the map, you have a Tempest, you'll be Delirious, and you have an Ore Deposit, a Legion with a General, and Essences. So what you do for the Essence thing, you wait for the circle from the Tempest to appear, you get buffed by it, the buff lasted like 20 seconds, it was pretty long, and then you just open up an Essence, kill it, easy peasy. Then Ore Deposit, just click whatever Ore Deposit spawned in the map from the Scarab, the Calgarian Scarab, and do it. That's also easy. And then Legion General Wow Delirious. You have a guaranteed General boss, so find the Legion in the map, click it, and then go towards wherever the arrow of purple light is pointing from the Legion Crystal, and just free the boss guy and kill him. Mine had 2 of them in it even, so yeah. Pretty easy Cross Contamination, that's all you need to do for it. So yeah. This is like the easiest it's ever been, I think. Sister Atlas, 752 years of maps, so I have an active mercenary. I did this while I was in like red maps, still progressing my Atlas. This is pretty easy if you have a mercenary with you from the very start of mapping, so yeah. This just does itself. Formidable Fights. I did Mastermind. The medallion was only 1 divine each, so I bought 4 of them, random. Got 1 Veiled Exalt drop, so I made back pretty much all my divines. You can do Delve bosses if you like doing Delve. You can do 20 Bestiary bosses if you feel like it. But I think that's way too gimmicky to have to buy 20 of them from people. Or you could do 40 temples if you really like Alpha, but it's up to you. I just did Syndicate because it's the fastest in my opinion, and they changed the fight to have only 1 immunity phase, and you don't have to go to the corners anymore to do that bullshit. She just like makes all the corners already in their final state that they were in the previous version of the fight. It's really good, they improved the fight a lot. But yeah, pretty easy. Elated Exaltation, my bad. Use 7 of these exalts. What I did was use these because the other ones were more expensive. I just used them on random shitty items because I don't care about crafting, and I don't know how I would use them otherwise anyway. Pretty simple, just waste a bunch of your currency buying these orbs and use them. It is what it is, you have to do it. This one I skipped because you need to do a fuck ton of maps to get it. Recollections Realised, right, this one. Let me just get something real quick. Okay, right. So when you get to red maps, you'll find the memory tear. Yeah, your first one or your first 3 will be your tutorial ones. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, just make sure the maps are rare when you run them of these memory tears, and if you don't like the T17 cancerous mods on them, I have a way for you to do them rare without having to deal with that. Basically what you do, let's imagine this originator map is on his memory chain, like you click on him, he opens up the inventory and you can roll the map. You transmute it, you regal it once. If the mods are runnable and you don't care, you can just run it with 2 mods rare, like this. Or, if you want to remove them, you can just uninventorb them. All of them. It still counts as a rare map, even though it has no mods. That's how I did 50 of them in 4 of the boss maps. Just transmute to an alteration spam so it has 1 mod, regal it for 2 mods, and then annul off whatever you don't like. And that's it. You just do memory strands. Like, find the memory tears in your maps, rather. You find the memory tears, you do his chain of maps, and you do the final boss map. Now, just farm him, but when you get to 4 out of 4 on one of these 3, of Courtyard of Wasting or Chambers or Theater, you wanna block the chance for it appearing, or not block, but reduce it on your Atlas. You want these 4 small nodes if you're doing T16s, for a higher chance to find memory tears. So what you need to do for this, if you get to 4 of 4 on one of these, you want to reduce the chance of it appearing. So let's see, the Neglected Flame, the Cirrus boss, is in Courtyard of Wasting, and he's the incarnation of Neglect, right? He drops Echo of Loneliness, which gives you the boss fight for the incarnation of Neglect. So if you're 4 of 4 on Courtyard of Wasting, you already have it, right? You want to click this node and reduce the chance for it appearing, so that you can find the other 2 more often. And then when you get another one at 4 out of 4, so if you get Chambers of Impurity next at 4 out of 4, that one has the Cardinal of Fear, Sanctus Vox boss guy, which is like some Templar dude, which is like a reskin of the, I think, Templar army boss in Legion. He does abilities like a net, I think, that you need to dodge and other shit. Yeah, he drops Echo of Trauma, he's the Incarnation of Fear, so if you get 4/4 on Chambers of Impurity, yep, then you wanna block Incarnation of Fear, or reduce the chance for it appearing. And then if you get 4/4 on Theater of Lies first, and remember all these final maps need to also be rare for this challenge, you get 4/4 on Theater of Lies, which has just Innocence reskin boss, and yeah, Innocence, and he drops Echo of Reverence, which opens the room to Incarnation of Dread to that boss. Then you want to reduce the chance for Incarnation of Dread if Theater of Lies is 4/4. So yeah, it took me a while to find all these. I had a friend invite me to his, but you get it done eventually, especially with the increased chance in T16 maps with these 4 small nodes. Just having them helps a lot. Yeah, that's that challenge. We already went over Infamous, guys. I just found them in tier 11 maps by spamming them non-stop until I found one while at max renown and ignoring normal ones, only clicking on Infamous ones that I didn't have yet. Eldritch Expedition. You get 33 memory alters while doing the Recollections Realised anyway, so that does itself. Click 333 red or blue orders. This is pretty simple. If you do a lot of maps, you could get this, but I skipped it because I found doing other ones was faster for me. But you could easily get this by just mapping a lot. Revered Return, my bad. Use Orbs of Remembrance. I used these because they were the cheapest. It may have changed now? Let's see, Orb of Unraveling is more expensive, yeah. I bought 5 Orbs of Remembrance. I know they're expensive, they're almost a divine each, but it is what it is, you have to, for this challenge. Orbs of Intention are fairly cheap, they were like 9 chaos each when I bought 10 of them. Consume petals, just use your F2, F3 petal skills in maps, spam them at the end of the map, or spam them early if you think you'll die, because if you die you lose them all. Pretty easy. Just press the button a bunch, it's really boring. Then consume memory strands on equipment, any gear that drops with those memory strands you can just scour alch them to consume 0 to 50, or chaos orb them to consume 0 to 50. Or use a random shitty essence you have that rerolls to also consume 0 to 50 strands, and it was pretty easy. I think it took me like 1.5 full stash tabs of items to get this. Not that bad at all. Yeah, that's that challenge. 250 mods and invitations. If you're a boss farmer guy, if you're playing a build that does that, you probably get this by alching and Vaal orbing all your invitations. I skipped it because it would take me way too long. Pretty simple. Remembrance Repressed. Do these bosses without getting hit by shit. So yeah, all the new endgame bosses at the end of those memory chains. I just did my tutorial ones and I got this whole challenge done, like all of them. Because I'm on a glass cannon high DPS build that just insta-phases them and kills them in 1 second. So Deceitful God, Divine Beam, I'm pretty sure that's Innocence's beam that he spins around and tracks you with. Cirrus without walking into his little degen red puddles, they're the same as the degens during the normal Cirrus fight, Desolation of the Awakener, but this is Corruption of the Awakener. I think those are left on the ground after he does like meteors and other shit if the fight goes too long, but again, I killed him so fast, there wasn't a single degen on the ground. Cardinal of Fear is the Templar guy, don't get hit by his net. Incarnation of Dread is the shitty Bring Roses to It fight. I don't know what... Oh no, the Fire Nova is... I know what that is. That's a reskin of the stupid Arbiter of Flame PoE 2 endgame boss ability of his meteors that fall down on the ground and make a circle and you have to soak them. This is that, but you have to stay in the circle because that is the safe spot and everywhere else around the arena is fire, so just stay in the circle that's empty, that's safe, and you won't get hit by this Nova. Incarnation of Fear, without... I have no idea what Anger's Intensity is, but I killed him so fast he couldn't even do it. And then, again, Cirrus don't get hit by a falling comet, so when he says, Rain of Stars, or whatever he says, don't get hit by the little red comets that appear. And he always usually does them in like a single direction, so if he does them all the way down here, you can just get behind him and you're safe, I think, because there won't be any behind him. So yeah, pretty simple. You'll get 4 of these easily, I think, while doing your tutorial quest bosses from him, from the memories. Kill these bosses while having Mercenary, also pretty easy. My guy, the Storming Zealot, just never dies to anything. I don't know why he's so tanky. He has like 1k life regen. These are all still the default items I found him with. I haven't even changed any of his gear. All I did was put Percule Stow on him to buff my damage. So yeah, just kill Shaper Elder, Cirrus Maven, Aetherworld, Searing Exarch. You can do this while getting your Void Stones. And a Cortex with the Mercenary. This is super easy to do. Endgame Enigmas! Tier 17s, 30 of them. If you're a build that can farm them easily, this will just complete itself if you like doing tier 17s. But if you hate them, you can also just Chaos Orb spam them, then get a Scarab of Bisection to either remove all prefixes or suffixes to make it more easily runnable, and then also run them with Scarab of Stability for more portals. Rush to the boss, kill it, that's it. You could alternatively just buy carries for these. I saw one guy on TFT selling T17 completions all day. He was doing Ziggurat in like 2 minutes per map. And he wanted 1 divine per 5 map completions, so I just paid him 6 divines and I got 30 of these done. It's up to you if you want to buy a carry or if you want to do it yourself, but it's pretty simple to do 30 of these. I just bought carries because it's faster. And the final one that I did, same as the T17 one, I bought carries for Uber bosses because I don't feel like getting the gear on this build to be able to do them reliably. I'll just die to them if I try them now, probably. I mean, if you're on a build that can do them, feel free to do them yourself. I think the easiest are probably Maven, Exarch, Eater of Worlds, and Cortex. So you could just do those on some powerful build, but yeah. Buying carries for them is the easiest and simplest thing to do. I only had to pay 1 divine for each of these, because someone was selling them for 1 div each, so that was nice. And that's pretty much all of them. Yeah, I guess I could do a bonus round of going over the ones I skipped and why I skipped them. Obviously this one will take a lot of maps. Now, if you don't care about how fast you get 36, if you're not like rushing, you could just get this one instead of some other one, because this is just do a bunch of maps. This will complete itself eventually if you do enough maps. Same for this one. Like, these two are just grindier. I skipped them because they would take more time than other ones. You can get these two easily by just doing maps with influence, and that's it. They will complete themselves eventually, so you can swap these two out for other 2 challenges which you don't want to do. That's up to you. This one, if you're bossing oriented, if you're focusing on boss farming, you will also easily do. So like you can easily get 39 even. And then the endgame grind also isn't that bad this week. As you can see, I got 2 of it without even trying. Just have a mercenary with you for 100 T14 plus maps, do a bunch of maps, collective tiers, that's easy, and then Guardian maps with 80 quant, just Alk and Golem, do the 8 quant on the map device, and maybe them with destructive play if you want. Just do Guardian rotations, and then the final one you can either do 30 Ubers if you're farming them, or level 100, or like, yeah, Labyrinth, Divine Font. Also, if you want to do all the other challenges the same, but you don't want to do tier 17s, you can skip tier 17s and do endgame grinds, because if your build is good at doing Labyrinth or fast at doing it, if you can do one... Is it? One... Yeah, basically, it's the same. If you could do one Labyrinth run, the level 75 offering to the Goddess on your build faster than you can rush to a boss on a tier 17 and kill it, this would be faster, because this is around 30 lab runs, because the device has 2 uses, so you would get like 60 of 75. But you could get a Dark Shrine, which gives you an extra use, you know, there's some leeway there. And then the last 15, I mean, it's just 7 more labs, so it's like 37 lab runs at most. As you can see, I got 3 of 75 on my only lab run, so yeah, I got a thing that increased the uses by 1 on the Divine Font. So you could do this and Guardian maps, 50 of them, and then skip T17s and still get 36. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and sub and all that stuff, and I'll probably be streaming other stuff and making other videos on soon. Yeah, I'll be streaming on Twitch whenever I can, whenever I feel like it. That's it for the challenges. I guess at the end of this video I could also give a short review of this league, of what I think of it. The new endgame stuff is really fun, the memory maps are fine, the bosses are fine, but the league mechanic itself, Mercenaries, is, in my opinion, way overtuned in red maps and T16s. Like, during Atlas progression they were fine, I could do them in the yellow and white maps, but then suddenly they started just one-shotting with everything, especially stuff like Kineticist with her kinetic bolt or Sanguimancer, all of those bullshit ones, you know the ones, you fought them. They're all just one shot, they're not balanced at all, it doesn't feel like they tested them at all, and the rewards are kinda shit. Like, why do mercenaries in tier 16 maps still have transmutes and augment? Why is that even appearing on them? They just have such shitty rewards, and they were at least giving stacked decks in the campaign, but then suddenly when you get to maps they stop giving stacked decks. So, I don't know what that's about. The game baits you into thinking they're good for farming stacked decks, and then suddenly they just barely ever get them in maps. Think I only ever got a stacked deck once in a map from a mercenary, and never again. So, yeah, I don't know. Mercenaries, 0 out of 10, boring league. I don't feel like min-maxing my guy with autos. That's just a waste of currency in my eyes. And it's way too gimmicky and just annoying. I don't want to deal with that. So that's why I just put a single item on him and called it a day. Who cares? He still gives me loot while in my map. That's good enough for me. Yeah, that's it for this video. See you guys in whatever else I make. Bye bye for now.